much. And it's the first time I think Bangladeshi media is also in large number, and also we have independent journalists with us, Ms. Sally, and also some channels. They also, inshallah, they say whenever you do this back to school, they will come, especially in American media. So I hand over to my brother Shahid Farooqi. He's right now he's the director of, he's in charge of back to school giveaway. He will explain. And I also welcome brother Masood Ahmed. He's the executive director of ICNA Relief, and he came only for this press conference. He's in Louisiana. So mashallah, he came for, and after this press conference, he leave for Louisiana. So I really appreciate Director Brother Abdul Masood. So as for a few brothers, especially one brother, our senior brother from Bangladeshi media, he says it's the first time he came for ICNA Relief program. So ICNA Relief, one of the largest, and I can say only Muslim organization, they are doing charity work within America. We don't do anything outside. We have 26 chapters. We have women shelters, and 14 women shelters. We have food pantries, soup kitchens, disaster relief program, zakat program, Qurbani program, different programs. So inshallah, we'll explain. So I hand over to my brother, Shahid Farooqi, inshallah.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, Brother Masood, our executive director, will give you in details what is this campaign is all about. Basically, we distributing these backpacks with supplies. We're trying our best to cover all 50 states by reaching out different masajid, Muslim centers, synagogues, churches. This is going to be an interfaith activity and campaign, and a lot of other civic organizations also helping us, are partner with us, and we will be able, one day we will be able to reach our basic target, which is 100,000 backpacks among the needy children around the country. And this campaign, through this campaign, we reach out basically Muslim, non-Muslim, regardless their color, race, and religion, to those children who are in need. They like to be happily going to school. And parents who are in need or living in underserved communities, they are always looking for some kind of support so they can take their children happily to the market and buy things. But who they cannot afford this, they find that ICNA Relief is their hope. And they're waiting for our campaign to be started, to be announced, so they can also send their children with happy faces to their schools, and they can continue their whole year long. Our strong backpacks, which are very high value in market, but alhamdulillah, we are distributing free to those communities. So thank you for all of you to coming, and your support and your communication to rest of the community through internet, through media, will support this campaign. Thank you all.
Inshallah, Brother Masood will introduce himself and also will explain what we are doing. If you have any question after his
Can you tell me the full name, please?
Masood Ahmed, Executive Director, ICNA.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. On behalf of ICNA Relief USA, I welcome all of you and very pleased that you are all here. My name is Masood Ahmed. I'm Executive Director of ICNA Relief USA. Muslim community in the United States is 6 million plus. Very strong community, very diverse, very well educated. And let's make no mistake that we are here to stay. This is our home. As they say, that home is not where you bury your parents and grandparents. Rather, it's a place where you raise your children and grandchildren. The United States of America is our home. And this is our responsibility, where in this home of ours, we are equal stakeholder, equal shareholder, and we have full constitutional rights, and we are not going to be bullied or scared, and will stand up to our constitutional rights with the full force. At the same time, we have responsibility to make this home of ours a better place for our children. Rather than complaining and explaining, complaining and explaining is not going to change anything. We have to be active, proactive, and not with words, rather with our good actions, good deeds, reach out to the community, to our neighbors, through our good work. And that's what ICNA Leaf USA, as Brother Mawaz earlier mentioned, that there is one major national Muslim organization which is exclusively focused in activities in USA. We don't send any penny outside. All our programs are in the United States. And being a citizen of this country, we have to reach out to our neighbors, not for the reason that media is portraying us as a burden, as a liability in the society, not out of fear, not to show that we are doing it just to please someone. Rather, this is a fundamental part of our teaching. Our teaching of our Prophet ﷺ. I just want to share a few reminders that a believer reach out and is reachable. And best among the people are those who are most beneficial to the people. This is our teaching. When Prophet ﷺ moved to Medina, one of his first instruction on the day one was Afshu Salam, spread peace, bring the communities together, Watimut Tam, feed people, reach out, help. So this is a part of our teaching, that in the society we live in, we reach out to our neighbors by being a helping hand, not as a burden and liability in the society, rather as a benefit, as a people who are making an effort to make the society better. As far as ICNA Leaf USA is concerned, ICNA Leaf USA is the Better Business Bureau accredited 501c3 charity. We are ranked highly by the Charity Navigator. We are a member of CFC for the Federal Employees Matching Fund. We are eligible for that. We are full voting member of National VOADS. This is basically major organization who are active in disaster, volunteer organization active in disaster like Catholic Charities, Red Cross, Lutheran Social Services. Along with those major organizations, ICNA Leaf USA, not only we are full voting member, this is the first and only Muslim organization to be elected to the board of directors of National VOAD. And last year, our assistant executive director, who was part of response in many disasters, he was invited in White House for a special recognition. ICNA Leaf currently have 15 shelter homes for women across the country. We have 7 free clinics, 7 counseling centers, and within last 25-30 years, a large number of refugees in this country, unfortunately, are Muslim refugees, if not majority, but large, from Burma, Syria, Afghanistan, all those countries. And ICNA Leaf have currently 11 refugee empowerment centers. ICNA Leaf have responded to 49 disasters since Hurricane Katrina. And even as we speak right now, ICNA Leaf is part of long-term recovery in Monroe, Louisiana. There was big flood last year, and we are working with the state of Louisiana as a contractor for the long-term recovery case management project. This is a federally funded project, and ICNA Leaf as a part of that. We have worked in the past with different partners, with CCUSA, Catholic Charities, Red Cross, Lutheran Social Services, Methodist, Nikama, this is a Jewish organization working in disaster. So we are the bridge builder in the community. And these are the major organizations, but in different disasters, from like Florida to Boston, Massachusetts, Springfield. We have responded from Houston, Isaac, to the tornadoes in Missouri, St. Louis, in Washington, Illinois, in Detroit floods, across the country in 49 disasters, and we have worked with hundreds of different local churches, local Islamic centers, local youth organizations. So we are the bridge builder, bringing the communities together. When communities come together, they work with each other, they know each other, and this is a major contribution of ICNA Relief USA. That sometimes just the fear of unknown, ignorance, that create a lot of confusion and misunderstanding about the community. But ICNA Relief, through its efforts in our areas and particularly in disaster relief, we were able to change many perceptions. As far this campaign is concerned, we started this campaign back to school giveaways in 2011, and every year we distribute 25,000 plus school bags with the supplies to needy kids, Muslims and non-Muslims, and all our services for that matter, they are open to everyone. But I just want to make a point that's natural, that I've seen it in Hurricane Katrina first time, and later on in many other disasters, that when there's a flood, there's a tornado, the people reach out to their churches, their Islamic centers first. So Catholics, it's natural they go to Catholic church first. Lutherans, they go to their Lutheran services first. So if majority of Muslims come to ICNA Relief or the local Islamic center where we have set up the shelter, it's natural, it's not, but our services are open to everyone. We serve Muslim and non-Muslim alike, and particularly this back to school giveaway campaign, most of the people who got bags and help out of that, they are mostly, most of them are our children from the inner cities. Many of them are not, majority of them are non-Muslims. So I just want to make this, that all our services are open to everyone. They are not particular, but in some areas it's natural that people reach out to their organization first. We started this campaign, and since within last 5 years, we have distributed more than 125,000 school bags with supplies all over the US. This year we plan to distribute, already we have acquired 30,000 school bags in our main warehouse here in New York, and we'll be shipping to different states. We are planning more than 200 distributions across the United States. And some of the local chapters are also buying local bags. So we expect close to 35,000 total school bags are distributed all across the US to needy children. And we believe that, as I said earlier, to make this home of ours a better place for our children, we don't have to wait for someone else. We don't have to be indifferent or withdrawn. We have to be part of the community and be at the leading as the leader, rather than waiting for someone else. That's what ICNA Relief believes, that we have to be proactive and encourage and bring everybody else, and we are encouraging other communities to be part of these activities. And as they say that the better tomorrow, it starts today. And a small effort of today, of educating our children, reaching out to those children who, it's a very small gesture, one school bag, but it brings encouragement, it spreads good in the community. Non-profit organizations, small charity organizations, they are not governmental organizations. We don't have all the resources, we don't collect the tax dollar. It's the government's job. But as non-profit charity organizations, what we do is spread good in the community. Feeling of this responsibility and this gesture of doing good in the community, there's a great contribution what ICNA Relief is doing in this society. And we hope that this will bring a change in the community. This is a small first step, but this will go a long way in bringing the communities together, in changing the perception about the Muslims and Islam. And we believe that rather than being withdrawn and feeling indifferent and just feeling as a guest, we have to step up and be leader in the community. This is our home. And as I said earlier, I want to emphasize and conclude with this, that we are not going to be scared and bullied and take second seat. We will not accept second-class citizenship for our children. Rather, we will step up, protect and enjoy our full constitutional rights, at the same time with the full responsibility to make this home a better place with our work. Thank you so much for your time, and if there are any questions, any suggestions, we are open to that. Thank you.
Ashad Jamal bhai, and inshallah we are going to have our first back to school distribution Saturday inshallah in Long Island. So if you leave your card, then we can send the picture. So any question with Brother Masood or Brother Shahid, they are here.
Everything about how you are extending to ICNA for distribution to the needy children.
Most of our funding comes from the general community, Muslim community, with the small donations from $10 to $15, $20. So there's no, we don't get any government grants for these school bags. These are all purchased and donated, majority by the Muslim community and small donors.
And how do you distribute these bags? Any public places, in the mosques? Will you go to schools like?
Yeah, we in different places. We reach out to schools, school boards. Some places we work with the local school. Some places we work with the local church and the Islamic centers. Through their congregation, we reach out to the community. So there's not one single formula strategy. We in different places we try to work with different youth organizations, local civic groups.
Also cooperating council members and congressmen, because they also do their back to school, so they reach us out so we can bring backpacks and they can have rest of the items in their events, and we work together with them.
Masood sir, do I understand correctly that despite ICNA being 501c, it does not get any kind of grant or cooperation from the US government? You don't take it as an organization, or do you? Any kind of funding or grants? Or
We have, like as I mentioned, that in Louisiana right now, that's a federally funded grant. We, on merit, we compete for grant, and wherever we have that professional know-how and skill, we provide those services, but we don't take any conditional grant from any government or anything for any agenda.
No, but you have to comply with the rules, right?
Yeah, we pay tax, and wherever we on merit, we compete for those grants and we provide professional services.
Now, my basic question was, this was just because what you said, so I misunderstood. Perhaps ICNA does not take any kind of grant. Now, my question, is for years and years altogether, ICNA has been active in Pakistan for public welfare. So many projects helping and all that. What made you to do now across Atlantic on your side here in this territory focus for the public community?
First of all, I want to clarify that ICNA Leaf USA ICNA Leaf USA was registered in 2005 and never outside of US has any activity or sent any penny or any activity of ICNA Leaf USA. All our activities are focused in US, and we don't do any activity outside of US anywhere in any country.
ICNA Leaf.
Yeah, ICNA Leaf. So it's a separate independent legal entity, and it has no.
But under the umbrella of ICNA, right?
Yeah, ICNA is the overall national organization, but ICNA Leaf US is a separate independent legal entity, and it has no activity or services outside of US.
And this year you said 30,000 bags are going to
Yes,
be...
so far we have 30,000 bags, just our shipment we received in our main warehouse, but I was told that some of the local chapters with the local community, they are also buying some of the, like what happened that individual donor also somebody want to donate 5 bags, some family want to give 10 bags. We are not, our estimate is that could be another 4 to 5,000 bags other than this what we already have acquired.
And can you show us what is going to be in the bag, like the
Shall
bag?
I explain?
Can you come here?
Huh?
Can you come here so they can see?
So basically, different places, they decide to give different things. Like here, we put some pencils, is rulers, sharpeners. Somewhere we are putting some notebooks. So it's different places, they choose different, they are buying locally and they are putting in locally. So, but the bags are standard, okay, we imported it. But different places we are putting different things according to the local need.
Yes, sir.
You accept federal matching funds, that's what you say, right? So if-
Federal matching fund is for those who are federal employees.
Yes.
Their CFC is a combined federal campaign. It's called that they donate as charity, and some of those are matched by that foundation. So for an organization to be eligible or accredited to be on CFC is a merit. So it's not a federal government money, it's an employees matching fund.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah, just want to clarify that.
I'm saying that if you encourage federal government employees to donate, so the government agencies will match that fund, right?
It's not government, what happened that the
Agency.
foundation out of their maybe they set up different funds like many, so if any government employee, they donate us, then CFC will match. And it's not only CFC actually, you brought, this is a good point, that many other foundations like from Microsoft to Google, all those we encourage all our donors, if you are working for Shell or any other big companies, when you donate $1, some company donate $1 for $1. And actually some company donate $2 for $1, some 50 cents. So we encourage all our donors that check with your companies, corporations, local states or city and the federal, wherever there's a matching fund, please do mention us so we reach out to them.
No, I know one particular company, the Apple Computers is doing, is in big amount
Yeah.
of matching funds. So
That's true.
what is your program to encourage people to donate to you and get those matching funds? What is your program? You're just
well,
saying that you're collecting.
We need your support. One is on our website, when somebody go, there's like double your donation. So they can, when they donate, all they have to mention that I work for this company, and then we approach their related departments. And there's a certain paperwork which we already have done our homework. So
Yeah,
you can help in that regard, that as much as you can spread
What
that
kind of-
organization is
What
accredited.
kind of help a federal employee can get from you if he wants to donate, and his funds will be matched by his agencies? What is your report? How can one can find out how?
No, when they go on our website, there's a certain number, CFC number. All they have to do is just enter that number.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Go ahead. So, so far I know the ICNA is.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is
I
Salahuddin
know some of
Salahuddin Ahmed. I come from weekly Bangla Patrika and Time Television. So far I know the ICNA is a Muslim organization, and long time they are running. Is there any problem as the situation like Trump, President Trump procession here, the administration? ICNA, is there any problem all over the country as a Muslim organization?
No, we like there's what problem could be for a good work. All we are doing is giving service to the society. So, as only a fool would think of creating any problem for such a good work.
No, one thing I want to find out also, that your effort is not just based on collecting money and giving away. Do you have any other program to enhance the image, like we have a very negative image in some of the communities we live, to encourage people to know more about your effort, more about the understanding you try to develop. So what kind of, because this is my first time here, I'm running a newspaper, publishing a newspaper since 1992 in New York, but this is my first time here. So I just want to find out, because a lot of things are said about these groups, like especially Islamic groups, are very, very negative. So what is your effort to change that, and what kind of literature or what kind of support we media people could get from you to project your side of your stories? That's what we want to know.
Well, we believe that resources and efforts spent to promote your image versus resources and effort to do good work, we always prefer that we are putting all our resources and all our efforts to do the good work. And good work itself speaks for itself. So rather than this one approach that making efforts to change your image, we believe in good work and we need your support that the information, news about this good work reaches out to the community. So we are putting more efforts in like one option that as there's an old saying, and probably in the modern era it's implemented a lot, that some people say that only spend 10 cents on the product itself and 90 cents on the marketing. We believe that spend 90 cents on the product, rather 100 cents on the product will speak for itself. So this is the approach ICNA Leaf takes. Now we need your support, and this is your job to see that what organizations are doing what. There are so many other organizations, and if there's a Muslim organization and you see our work, we request you that double your efforts, that this is a good work being done. If the distribution is being done in 200 places in US, in almost every state, that should be promoted. If there are one organization which has responded in 49 disasters, in every major disaster since Hurricane Katrina last 10 years, that should be promoted. So that we expect from you. We don't spend much money on marketing ourselves. We spend all our efforts and all our resources in giving good services to the society.
And moreover, it's not only back to school. Actually, your food pantries, hot food distribution from Manhattan to Arizona and everywhere in part of this country, when we stand and we give to the people, irrespective of their color, religion, and nationality, so it speaks, they know that what we are doing.
We are the first time here, so we didn't have any idea about all these things.
Yeah, this is our fault. I mean, we should be doing these efforts more.
I read all these things, rebuilding refugee lives, women's shelters, hunger prevention, and a lot of programs you have. But do you frequently do this type of press conferences or the community outreach programs?
I think we need to increase the frequency of these kind of activities. I agree with that, sir.
So I think it is better to just make this type of, either this, press conference type of things, or you can just tell, ask the people to come here and tell what you are doing or what you are going to do.
And actually, if you have, many of your organizations have their representatives in other cities as well. It's not only in New York. ICNA Leaf Shelter Home, Food Pantries in Miami. Our shelter and food pantries in Boston. In every major city, it's not only Miami and Boston, in Atlanta and DC, and similarly in Phoenix, in Seattle, in Houston, in Detroit, in Oklahoma City. Every major city we have programs, and we urge you to, whenever you travel in the country, many of you travel, you have your organization, many of you have your representative in other places, please contact us. We can arrange these kind of activities together, and
inshallah we'll do more, because as you say, it's the first time and it is really our fault. And mashallah, Bangladeshi community also is very fastest growing community. But our also a lot of recipients are from Bangladesh. Like if you come to in our office, food pantry, soup kitchens, or also financial help, also shelter home. A lot of Bangladeshi sisters, they stay there. So inshallah, with your help, media is here. So inshallah, I think we'll invite you in our head office, and you can visit and you can bring your more brothers from your media, inshallah, Bangladeshi media. And also, we reach out to American media. Some they promise us they will come.
This is all American media. This all American media. And it's not one. We serve everyone. It's we don't have to that this community or that community. we have donors from every community. Recipient we don't count.
We are American media in Bangladesh.
Recipient we don't count, but donors we have from every community. And actually, last year I was told,
recipient too, not only the
just
recipient too.
this year actually I was told that in Charleston, South Carolina, there are more non-Muslim doctors volunteering our clinic than the Muslim doctors. It's a small community. So this is our donor. Our work is reaching out to all the communities.
So I have another question. This is, you said that you are going to distribute these backpacks to the schools, to the churches, and other places. But how do you said that's a needy students? So how do you determine that they are the needy students you are giving away the bags, or you are just randomly giving it to the students?
No, generally, there are two kind of things. School bag is relatively a small one-time. These are campaigns. In campaigns, it's difficult to. I will be very frank to go over all the paperwork, what's the income level, and all that. And when we work with a local church, a local Islamic center, they know in their community who are the needy people. Local school, and those people who come ask for it, we consider them needy. But as for the other activity, for example, all our food pantries, we have a system. We serve more than 17,000 people every month, not only in Ramadan. We have all the records. We have their, anybody who comes to the food pantry for regular supplies, we have their records. Similarly, anybody who comes for the clinic, we have their records. In the disaster relief, case management, in the rental and utility help, or anybody shelter, that's a record. But in campaign, sometimes it's not possible to have everybody's record and all that. Over there, you have to go on the face value. And whatever the community tell, if the church leadership or the local masjid leadership saying that these are the 10 people needy in our community, we take it as face value.
Moreover, whenever we have a table anywhere for food distribution or bag distribution, anybody comes to our table, we give them. We don't ask you are needy or no. I mean, we don't humiliate. We give them a respect, So anybody comes and they want it, we just give them.
Thank you.
And when you say that you distribute the school bags to only needy people?
Now, what happened is, according to our work, every chapter have information that where are the areas where underserved people are living. So we focus only in those areas when we take the table. But what he said that suppose we are distributing backpacks and some other people join too, so we don't ask them. So it's basically we are serving underserved communities. But at the same time, if someone is walking by, he wanna get some 2 backpacks. So we don't really. We just want everyone to take our service.
I have one question. I'm with
Sure.
ARY television.
I'm sorry, from where?
ARY television.
ARY, okay.
Yeah. How do you identify which areas you need to go to? And you may primarily work for and with the Muslim families as you specify. Do you have any specific database? How do you reach out to them? How do you know their conditions? Or they approach you? What's the method of verification to make sure that those are the qualifying families that they really need the help and assistance? So what's your method?
As I explained earlier, that there are 2 kinds of services. One is our regular services through our established food pantries or clinics or shelter homes. Over there we verify everything and have all the record and data. The other things are campaigns. In campaign where the $10 hot meal or $20 school bag, $15 school bag, it's not practically possible to have the information and background check for everyone. So let's be realistic. Over there we, of course, if the local community leader, it's either the school leadership or the church leadership or the Islamic center, Seneca leadership, these are the needy people, we have to believe that. And that's, we believe that this is practical and fair. Over there it's not possible to check everybody's background and income level.
Right. So is this only for the New York communities or across the country?
No, across the country where there are areas defined that these are underserved areas. So we basically distribute in underserved areas. Last year, how many states we did?
23 states.
23 states. This year we want to increase, so we do it across the US in different those pockets which we believe or have the information that these are the underserved and
You just said that you
below poverty level areas. Yes, please.
You just said that you just started distribution program Saturday from Long Island. So how Long Island become an underserved?
Yeah, actually this is in the Brentwood area, and Brentwood area is basically underdeveloped area, that area. And we are doing it with our health fair. We have a free health fair table there for 2-3 hours. So people, they come, and as well as we will distribute the bags back also those who are new.
Do you have any pre-clinic in New York area?
Sorry?
Do you have any pre-clinic, that's what you were mentioning, in New York area?
No, not yet, because here in New York is Medicaid is, alhamdulillah, is working good. So we don't have, but we have in our future plan, inshallah, if we get a chance.
We are working with some doctors. We already made a doctors team because current time and situation is going to come where we need a lot of free clinics, and that time is coming as soon as they announce their new medical plan. Yes.
Okay, so
Can I?
Yes, please.
This is Azim Mia from GeoTV. My question is because you depend on local charitable workers and churches and all that. And on the other hand, everybody knows that there is a bias against Muslims in this country right now. We are in that. So in this kind of context, how do you ensure whatever you pass on to them gets distributed, not getting dumped? Because I have seen many organizations, you know, they would love to distribute their own charities and their own gifts, but if it comes from somebody else where, you know, their philosophy does not coincide, I have seen them in the churches, you know, basements being dumped all those products. So do you ensure about that, or do you have a built-in trust with them that whatever you pass on to them, they already pass on to the needy people?
Yes, we do. And our approach is people to people. In all our programs, we don't do like dumping kind of thing that take some stuff and just have picture. All our distributions and our regular program, it always reaches to the individual, needy individual or family, not just in mass to a group.
Muslim sir, my question was not directed at you, directed at those charitable workers who are working locally, because you pass on to them. And do they hold and dump?
Maybe I was not able to explain for example, when we work with the church, we don't give 100 back to a church.
Okay.
The individual come there,
Okay.
like in their community, they are just, it brings a little bit of trust. For example, if you go in a new community and if there's one Islamic center, one church, if an organization, we believe that the local Islamic center, local church, they are representative of the community, they know the community. And another question which came earlier, the needy people. If there's a local imam, if there's a local pastor, only genuine needy people will come. So, but we give one-to-one. Generally, kids with the parents, they come, we give it to them. We don't say that, okay, these are the 100 bags and the imam distribute later. Distribution will be only one-on-one basis.
Because we make it an event. Normally we make it an event. We don't go and just give the boxes to the imam or church. We make it an event. We go ourselves, we there, our volunteers are there, and then we distribute as.
So your eye is very much there, you know, like
Yes.
that's what I want.
And you said this year, most likely 22 states.
No, last year
last
we
year was
displayed 23, though we're trying to reach out all 50 states, and these states, number of states are keep increasing, depending on, because majority of states we have our field offices, some of the states we don't, so we are reaching out synagogue churches in that areas, so we can have covered all 50 states.
And can you give us some brief?
Oh,
Thank you so much.
Take your time.
So, I think we need to conclude this. You can have informal session.
all right, thank you, all our journalists.
Maybe for a picture of the media team.
हेलो सर
My name is Aisha Asif. I'm the media director at ICNA Relief. As you can see here today, we are launching our annual Back to School campaign across the country. We have kids in our communities, especially in inner cities, whose parents, they're not making a lot of money, let's be honest. And just giving them a backpack with school supplies makes such a big difference in their lives. It's a small gesture, but really it helps build the community, make it stronger, and we're just really, that's our goal at ICNA Relief, to reach out to the community and to show them the real face of Muslims. ICNA Relief has 14 women's shelters, 11 refugee empowerment centers, 7 free clinics, 6 counseling centers, and we have a federally recognized disaster relief service. We've received awards from FEMA because of our disaster relief work. We have annual back to school campaigns like the one you're seeing here today that we're launching. We have seasonal campaigns for the winter where we collect winter clothes for those in need.
My name is Shahid Farooqi. I live in New York. I'm National Coordinator for Back to School Giveaway, which is one of the projects of ICNA Relief USA. Through Back to School Giveaway, we distribute thousands of backpacks around the country to underserved community to make their children happy so they can continue their education with our new backpacks and supplies and their happiness. So we're trying our best to serve the community regarding race, color, and religion.
ICNA Relief started Back to School giveaway in 2011, and so far we have distributed more than 125,000 school bags. We distribute these bags in those needy pockets which are underserved. This year we plan to distribute 30,000 plus school bags with supplies. ICNA Relief started Back to School giveaway in 2011, and we have distributed so far more than 125,000 school bags with supplies, new school bags, and we need your support. This year we are planning 30,000 school bags in all over US in the needy areas. Please be part of these activities where you can volunteer, and more importantly where you can donate. $10, $20 donation can go a long way to change the perception about the Muslim community. Thank you.
We are very proud and very humble today to have this press conference at this place. We are kicking off our national Back to School campaign, and inshallah we are distributing almost 30,000 bags and fill up things, notebooks and pencils and sharpeners and scissors and rubbers and whatever requirement. So inshallah we are start distributing it in a few days and in different places in the country, around the country. Jazakumullah, and I will request everybody to come forward and share with us, tell us wherever it is needed, and put your effort and volunteer. Jazakumullah. Wonderful bag. It is good to go for 1-2 years, inshallah, and it can take heavier stuffs. And we have these pencils, we have sharpeners, we have scissors, and we have this eraser, and we have these scales and everything. So in different places we have different things according to the need and according to the requirement. And these are all good quality, high quality stuff, inshallah.
ITV, Call of Peace.